All this driving round I do, I'm looking to catch the cars being misused. And I also check that they are parked at the government offices.
Mohammed is an official in the Ministry of Transport. He was becoming dismayed by the widespread use of government cars for private purposes.
And every car I see parked where it should be, I consider it a big achievement. I know them all like my children.
Thousands of dollars were being lost to the government every day on petrol alone.
It's about the cost of the ministry to the community. It could go to poor families. Schools need improvements. Hospitals need equipping.
Working closely with Mohammed, the Advocacy and Legal Advice Centre launched a big publicity drive and a hotline for members of the public to ring in with reports of government car misuse. With radio announcements and billboards in the streets, thousands took the opportunity to phone in, many taking pictures on their phones of offending motorists. And Mohammed's work colleagues also got involved. He runs a busy office. They're responsible for managing over 7,000 government cars. He's inspired his fellow workers, and they all support the work of the Advocacy and Legal Advice Centre.
We do have a lot of fans, and of course we do have a lot of enemies, because when you are talking about corruption, there is this target of people who are benefiting from it. So we did have some problems when we were working on the misuse of public vehicles. We did face a lot of problems with people who will lose the cars that they are using. But in the other side, most of the Palestinians, the normal citizens, they were really happy with that. And they were cooperating all the time, reporting about misuse of cars. So we do have those and those, both sides, enemies and friends. But I do believe that our friends are much more than our enemies.
On the whole, people accept and welcome this. They understand that it isn't about punishing people for the sake of it, but about making our country one with standards. The law has to be respected, even though here sometimes the government seems to be absent.
The centre does all it can to get to the root of the problem, and it takes its message directly to the public.
If something's wrong, it should be confronted. And this message has been communicated well to the people. If we did the same tour a couple of years ago, we might have found 50 cars not in the proper parking spaces. We've been going 2 hours and we've caught 2 cars. I've made a note of the place and the license plates. I know who this is. I don't even need to write it down. I know the number by heart. Tomorrow I'll ask him why he was coming to the mall.
The campaign against the misuse of government cars has had dramatic results. The money saved amounts to more than $7 million annually. And Mohammed has been nominated for a Special Integrity Award. He has been chosen as the individual worker who has achieved most in the drive against corruption. And his family are around him to share the moment. As a step towards building healthy state institutions, and so as a step to statehood itself, Mohammed and his family want all Palestinians to join them in their struggle against corruption.
I'm very pleased with this award, and we will continue with our work from here. And I encourage my colleagues to continue with this work, and everyone to do what they have to do without being scared.